What's up, guys? How are you doing? Let's give a holler to the people in the back because they're sticking it out in there. People in the back, give me a what? What? All right, we have one more act. Can you all hear me? If y'all can hear me, give me a DuckTales. Woo-hoo! Oh, yeah. Every day we're out there making it. We have one more after me. I'm just going to read you guys a story. I think it's cute. The theme inspired me, all right? All right. Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. This is the tale of how I learned to know when it was time to decolonize my bedroom. So I was talking to this friend, just a friend, a guy really, well, a man, a friend, a man who happens to be a friend and is also a guy. I mean, it's really complicated, okay? Well, he's this, he's this, he's this, he's this. He's white. So I was talking to this white guy man friend that I'm homies with, okay? And it's the morning time, right? And I stopped by, and I was like, what's up? And he's like, hello, how are you doing? And I'm like, hey. And he's like, hello, would you like some kale chips? He's white. So I have some kale chips, and we catch up, and we shoot the shit and talk some shit about some stuck-up snitches, you know, just living our best lives, getting down to business. And he says, you know what? I finally watched Moonlight. And I just want to say, good for Moonlight, you know? Just really good for them. You know, I didn't think they could do it, the whole Oscars thing. I didn't think they could do it. That's just so great for African-American film. Good for Moonlight, you know? Good for Moonlight. And I'm like, come again? And this friend, this man, this guy, he says, good for Moonlight, good for the arts. And I'm like, no, not that part. Come again about the other things. And he's like, you mean when I said I didn't think they could do it? And I said, no, Chad, not that part. And finally he's like, okay, you mean the part where I said it's great for African-American film? Films made by African-American filmmakers. And I'm like, what the fuck is that actually? What is an African-American film? And he says, I mean, film is made by African-American filmmakers. Nothing less, nothing more. Don't stress. And I say, really? And he says, really, really? And I do my Scar walk, you know, that Scar where Scar is about to, like, throw some shit on Sarabi, like. And I do my Scar walk, and he's like, oh, this is getting alarming, honey. And I say, look, Chad, just say black. People just say black. And don't just say black film like it's some constellation prize, like it's some good for you, pat on the head bullshit prize, like it's some we're giving Destiny's Child the Grammy, so yeah, I guess that means Michelle takes home a trophy too, shit. Not that shit. Enough of that shit. Just say black, Chad. Just say black. And Chad stares at me like, and I stare at Chad like, and then we look at each other like, and then that's when I look over to the edge of the room, and even though we are not on a stage, I still cheat out, grab an aside, and wait for the light to hit me just right, and I say, it's black. Just black. Not just like African-American, Chad. See? But that's just for me, personally. See? There's a tone that comes with it. When you say it, there's a weird way that you say it. When they say those words, it gives them more notes to play with, cut with, shade with. It also assumes I was born in this country. And even though I was born in this country, I don't still identify Emma Stone as a Caucasian American. I'm going to identify her as a white girl who don't do shit but still gets everything handed to her and gets credit for it. When you say it like that, African American. When you say it like that, Chad, there's ownership behind it, Chad. And in a time when most people think Africa is a country, not a continent, actually, I'm fine without you using that word, Chad, African American. Black, just say black, black. Just say black, black. Like that's good enough. Like that's more than enough. Like don't stutter when you say it like you're already thinking it, so just spit it out, get it out, and let's begin this shit, Chad. Not African American, just black, Chad. Like the black in your history books, like the black the way plain coffee looks, like the black people told you to or be afraid of, or like the black on the radio people steal from and rock out to, and copycat, not African American. Forget that phrase. Please, Chad, please, Chad, please, Chad, just call me black. See? It's not just a word, it's a color, it's a verb, it's a knife that cuts to slice, it's a light to ignite in the cold, dark night. So just watch out for that swerve of this light. Just call me black, just call me black, just call me black. And if you can't do that, if you can't do that, if you can't do that, if you can't close your eyes, separate your mouth, and blow that out your lips and hear that room stop when that K hits, if you can't do that, Chad, then just say that the Williams sisters aren't just the best African-American people at tennis, they are the best people playing tennis, period. Just say that Moonlight winning is not only good because it is the first film with a queer perspective to win, and the first film with an all-black crew, writer, director, and ensemble cast to win, and it won the biggest award in film, period. See, Chad? See, Chad? See, Chad? They want us to take any accomplishment as special, as a gift. And it is, sure, it is. Not only is it done well, but it is done well by someone who only slight people dismiss as being less than until they prove themselves twice as hard for half the pay. There's a lot of bullshit in the world right now, Chad. And it is impossible to weed out, and it drains our mind and our body, and it takes up time. So if you can do one thing to quicken progress and cut through the polls shit, please, Chad, just say black. Nothing wrong with it. Just own it. Thank you, guys.